Thank you. Thank you. Dear Valérie, dear Urmas, dear journalists, everybody watching and listening. First of all, I'm very happy to welcome Renew Group here in Estonia. By visiting our eastern border, you will see that what it means to have an unfriendly neighbor. And knowing our neighbor, we like to be prepared. That is why we strengthen our defense on the EU's and NATO's frontier. I hope you will have a good discussions in Estonia. Second, peace in Europe cannot be taken for granted. It must be defended. On land, at sea, in the air, and on social media platforms. Estonia will invest 5% of the GDP in defense next year. We call on other EU countries to match this effort. We continue to strengthen our armed forces, increase readiness, and deepen our cooperation with allies and our partners. We make bold choices to give certainty for our people, businesses, and investors. Security is strongest when it's shared. This is why our support for Ukraine will continue as long as needed, and why we must put more pressure on Russia to force a change in its goals. Third, the European Parliament plays a very important role in shaping policies and budgets that support security. We value Renew Europe's declaration and its priorities. Reaffirming our shared commitment for European security to democratic resilience shows clarity, unity, and resolve. I thank the members of European Parliament for their commitment to a strong, united Europe and hope you have a fruitful visit. Thank you for being in Estonia.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Prime Minister, for your remarks. And I now invite the President of Renew Europe to take the floor.
Thank you. Thank you. It works now, I think. Push. No, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you, dear Kristen, for your kind words, and thank you for welcoming us so warmly here. Here in beautiful Tallinn, Estonia's dynamic capital, as such a strong symbol nowadays on freedom of the offensive. We are delighted to be your guests. Dear media, thank you for your presence today. Let me share with you our today adopted Estonia Declaration. Estonia stands on the front line of the European Union, and Estonia's front line is Europe's front line. Estonia's security is European security. That's why today Renew Europe comes here not only in solidarity to our dear Estonian friends, but with a plan of action to keep Europe safe. Day by day, we witness Russian escalating provocations, drone attacks, airspace incursions, hybrid operations against EU infrastructure, you name it, affecting European life not only in Estonia, but also in Lithuania, Poland, Romania, Denmark, and other member states. These are intentional tests on our territory. These are intentional tests of our resolve. Accordingly, our job is more than ever. Set up a credible European deterrence. We offer something concrete. Renew Europe presented today in Tallinn its action plan to defend Europe and to boost resilience. But first, let me be crystal clear. In solidarity with Estonia and all frontline states, Renew Europe condemns Russia's provocations in the strongest possible terms and calls for urgent measures to protect Europe's security, democracy, and freedom. Our Estonia Declaration outlined 7 core priorities, ranging from a European Sky Shield to democratic resilience in schools. Let me share our key messages we call for. A European Sky Shield initiative. Europe must defend its skies and urgently develop a credible air and missile defense to all EU citizens, including Ukraine. At the same time, we must make progress on how existing European nuclear deterrence can boost Europe's security. We urge support for Ukraine. Ukraine must receive sustained military, financial, and political support. This means we believe next necessary steps are security guarantees from the coalition of the willing, including EU membership. At the same time, the EU must rapidly adopt a reparation loan based on Russian frozen assets to support Ukraine. the EU must develop the capacity to defend itself. We call for rapidly completing the negotiations on European Defence Industry Programme and move towards a European Defence Union with joint procurement and interoperable armed forces. Today's dangers are more than just soldiers and tanks. We call for a European intelligence capacity, a platform to collect, to detect, and to counter foreign interference. We also call for a European democracy shield. True democratic resilience starts in school. Children need to be educated in disinformation resilience in all schools based on the successful Estonian and Finnish models. Well-informed citizens are the strongest safeguard of democracy. We call on the European Commission to set up a fund to support independent media and independent NGOs in candidate countries. I conclude with our military mobility and border protection. Our defense capacity depends also on our ability to move forces rapidly across Europe. In the upcoming EU budget negotiations, we will support increased upgrading critical infrastructure in Estonia and elsewhere to guarantee credible deterrence on our EU territory. This is our concrete vision. Now we call on the EU leaders to take this into action, and we know that we can count on you, dear Kristen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam President. We will invite now the head of the Estonian delegation within the Renew Europe Group, Urmas Paet.
Thank you very much. Very important that my colleagues from many European Union member states are visiting Estonia, and they have, after this visit, personal experience how it looks here in Estonia, how it looks on the European Union and also NATO border, because we're going to travel to Narva as well. Because these people, it's around 50 members of the European Parliament belonging to Renew Europe Group. They all are also influencing the public opinion in their home countries, and of course, in final end, they also have to make decisions in the European Parliament. And well, we still know that there are lots to do to have much more serious influence on Russia, to stop war in Ukraine, to stop hybrid war against Europe, but of course also to assist Ukraine directly. I guess we cannot be, in this sense, satisfied with the level of cooperation in the European Union so far what concerns having impact or influence on Russia. For instance, still European Union, some countries here buy too much gas from Russia and finance, in this sense, indirectly Russian ongoing war. We still don't have clarity how and what to do with frozen Russian assets in the European Union countries, how to use them to assist Ukraine. Still is also ongoing process of the International Criminal Court vis-à-vis all the war crimes and crimes of genocide in Ukraine. Here also European Union must be, I would say, more active in this regard. And of course also the clarity what concerns the political but also human future of Ukraine. I'd really like to see that finally also the negotiations on EU's membership, future membership in the European Union will start, so that it of course also needs clear support and understanding in all EU member states. So that there are just few examples where I'm really glad that my political group, Renew Europe, is very clear. But still, I guess also for every and each member of the parliament, it is added value if they see with their own eyes the situation, for instance, on NATO-European Union border. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished speakers. Now we would have time for some questions if there are any of media representatives. Otherwise, we can conclude this press conference, and please tune in. We have a live stream, YouTube, and on our specific channels on social media, we will have published our press release on the Estonia declaration of the Renew Europe Group today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy the day.
Yeah, thank you.